All right, 5 minutes after 9 o'clock, it's time for Jim George, also known as Professor Gadget, because he's the guy we go to when we scratch our heads over gadgetry. There's a question I have specifically today. I think I have one every week, actually. Jim is the owner of American Cable Services, and he's got ideas for you, you know? Even if it takes business away from him, if you need to save money, he's got ideas on how you can save money with that TV thing you got going on in your house or those computer things. Good morning, Jim. How you doing?
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Same here. Good morning, Robin.
Good morning.
You know the one question I have? There's a new gadget out there, and I don't want to ask you about the gadget specifically, but I have a question about gadgets in general. Do you think that we could maybe get better, like, soundproof glass here? do you think that could be a gadget we could invent?
Yeah.
Is it like soundproof glass? No. The question is this. What do you think makes a gadget preferable to the one before it? Like when there's a new version of something, quite often I don't want it. Right. I think the one that was before it is better sometimes.
Everybody believes that. Yes. Even take the new and improved dishwashing soap. Our new improved laundry detergent.
Yeah, that's been improving since I was a kid.
And it's never approved.
It must have been horrible when I was a kid.
You jump through hoops trying to buy the old stuff because the old stuff cleans so much better, or the old stuff works so much more.
Yeah.
You know, but that's the way they cut corners. It's new and improved.
But see, the new watch by the Google Watch, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't know what's new about it from the old watch, so I can't comment on that. But I can see maybe having... I don't know. It's like it's convenient because it's on your wrist, but it's not very big, and so you've got this little tiny screen to look at from once you decide to go in that direction, right?
Right. It's even like your cell phone. You know, I have this small one, and it's convenient. But when people want to send me text or they want to send me emails to it,
right?
I basically don't do it. And I said the reason is now I need a magnifier to read it. You know. And then you have to scroll through it, you know, a page up. And,
right.
No, I save all those from my computer. The technology isn't always improving your life. It's just improving the technology.
Is it because, and I hate to say this, is it because we're all old?
Well, that's true.
Like, do you think young people are more apt to say, you know what, I like the new stuff better?
I'm sure they do. I mean, I don't know how my wife or my daughters ever lived without smartphones.
Do you have
They text. I just got a text yesterday that said I should have done something Monday and asked me if I did it. And they texted me yesterday. And I said, well, I read text like once a week, and that was like yesterday, and I read it. So the answer is no, I didn't do it, but I'll do it today. You want me? Why is it called phone at the end of smart? Because it's a phone. Call me. Don't text me.
That's funny.
It is funny. Hey, I brought you in some low-tech stuff today.
What is it? I love low-tech stuff.
So look at the cell phone.
Yes.
And on the back, I have a little pouch.
Oh, for business cards.
Yes, and they give them away at trade shows.
Oh, nice.
And so the bottom line, you stick it to the back of your cell phone, and you could carry either a note, a message, you put a gumdrop back there, a lifesaver, a mint.
Do you know, I got one of these, and I did not know what it was for. I have one sitting on my counter at home, and I pulled it out of something. I said, now, what is this for? Mm-hmm. Now I know what it's for. See, your packaging shows what it's for.
Yeah.
But I just got one of these things. It looks like a jelly thing. What do you do with it?
Well, you can see what I put business cards in the back of mine.
That's a good idea.
It's still slim. And you could do that for your musical stuff that you do. You know, you see somebody say, here's something that says we come to events and we'll play for you and so on and so forth.
That's a good idea.
Or you could take those real thin mints. Or cough drops, or if you have a cold, and you have a Claritin or something, you put it. You know, the idea is you're going to carry this, and if you're going to carry this, then you have what you need right there. That's a low tech.
Excellent.
What else you got?
This is a meter.
You got a toolbox? Is that a whole toolbox?
Well, what I've done is I've taken a box and I'm putting all the adapters I need.
Right.
In with it, but this.
See, this is cool because this is a visual thing, and we've got you streaming right now.
Yeah, this is
What is that?
This tells me what your cell service looks like inside the building.
Oh, really?
Yes. So,
Well, now, okay, that wouldn't be for the average person. That's
no,
for
but
you.
But you know how you're inside of a building and you have no cell service?
Yeah.
Well, this tells me every single service, Sprint, Nextel, AT&T, Verizon, how strong the signal is.
Huh.
So if you had clients visiting with you and I could tell you that your signal was too low on AT&T or too low on Verizon, and they ask you questions, you can say, yep, we know that. Or what I use this for
Wow.
is I put an amplifier in that amplifies every single cell service.
Oh.
So all you do is
Really?
so you have a little small antenna like this outside,
Right.
and then you have the
That's
amplifier
cool.
inside.
That just looks cool, that whole thing.
With just little small cables, as you can see, little small cables.
So you use that information to analyze somebody's
Yeah.
cable.
So,
Okay.
whenever you go someplace and the cell doesn't work there, I use this to
figure out why?
figure out what the signal strength is. And then they come with indoor antennas also. So you have an outdoor antenna, an amplifier, and an indoor antenna. Just that easy.
What's interesting is that there's a stretch of road on 42nd Street or Osceola Boulevard, whatever we call that thing.
Mm-hmm.
That nobody can get a call. Everybody always drops out right there.
Yeah,
and I do
exactly.
too. Yeah, I don't even pick up the
Exactly.
phone anymore right there because I know it's just not going to continue. The phone call's going to end.
Yep. There was a stretch going up to Gainesville that every time you went right to that one little area, it would drop you, but they fixed that now. They put another repeater in there to take care of that.
Oh,
So
really?
you can drive all the way to Lake City easily without dropping a call. Yeah.
And I do know some people that, they have, cell phones. They live in areas where they have to go outside their house to
Right.
talk. So that would be perfect for them to get an amplifier.
And actually, Walmart sells a home version that's really neat. The antenna just sits on your coffee table or anywhere or on the windowsill. It's just a little small antenna, like a T. The T is on the bottom, and the bar comes up, and then it's got a little 6-foot cable, and then it has the amplifier, and the amplifier has the built-in retransmitter with it. You plug it in; it's like $300, and it amplifies all frequencies the same. So if you have a T-Mobile guest or a Verizon guest or whatever, they all get amplified for like $300 and something. That's not a bad idea.
So let me tell you about the Google smartwatch. This is what the kids want.
Okay.
I don't really care for this. Or do you care for this?
Not a smartwatch?
You have a watch?
I do not.
See, I don't even have a watch. All right, Google smartwatch. Android Wear 2.0. Google's rival to Apple Watch. Hits the stores for the first time today. There's a $249 LG watch, a $279 rose gold watch, and a $349 LG watch sport. Basically, this thing does new stuff. And, the actual watch part of it, where you can tell time?
Yeah.
You can have any face you want. You can just kind of scroll through which face you want and use whatever face you want.
Sure, okay.
Like you go to the watch store, you can, I like that one with all the dials.
Yeah.
You can get all the dials. So you
Yeah.
just want a simple...
Yeah.
Where were we? We were someplace. Well, I don't want to say where we were. I just remember where we were. But there was
Oops.
there was a lady though. I said, "What time is it?" And she says, "I can't tell time unless it's digital." And there was a clock right in front of us, and the
Yeah.
reason I couldn't see it because it was too far away. My glasses need to be upgraded.
Yeah.
But anyway, So I guess there are some people who never really learned how to read the actual clock.
My daughter's one of my youngest daughter, she was like in her teens, and she still couldn't tell time because she had grown up in the digital age. And so I had to sit down with her for days and days and just, draw circles and say, okay, what is this? Okay, what is that? And now she can tell time with a digital or an analog. But for the longest time, and that in north, east, south, and west, all my girls still have problems. My wife still has a problem. She'll point north and say, remember when we used to go to Miami all the time? And I go, and I'll turn her around. You mean north? South? I mean, come on. Yeah. They have no sense. I know this is a broad statement, but for everybody who's not listening, women have a poor sense of direction. They never know north, east, south, or west.
Oh, Robin, you're the only one who can defend all of womanhood right now.
No, some women have that problem.
Some. See,
I
Robin
would
changed
say
it to
some.
some.
Yeah.
Robin
Some
changed it to
women
some.
have that problem.
Didn't I'm trying to defend women here. Who's the lady? Oh, she got lost, didn't she? Amelia Earhart. That's right. Never
Yeah,
mind.
that's right. She's
I was going to use her as an example
Yeah.
because she must shoot.
Well, young boys growing up were in Cub Scouts, and then they're in Boy Scouts, and so they learn, that type of survival. Such luckily, some people are in that, and there was, a lot of people who are not in the Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts.
But you know what doesn't exist anymore? Speaking about that, is people saying quarter after, quarter till.
Yeah.
If you're a digital learner, you don't even know what.
No, you don't know.
Yeah.
Quarter. What do you mean quarter till? We mean 25 till? Quarter, 25 cents.
No.
No, quarter,
Yeah,
15.
15.
Yeah, you're right.
How is a quarter 15? I've had this conversation with people.
math.
Because it's a quarter, 1/4 of an hour.
Yeah.
Well, then why don't you say
Exactly.
1/4 of an hour? Because it's a quarter.
Well, that's really true, and the schools have to recognize that. And I think that's why they're going back to more analog clocks on the walls because, students learn by observing, and they have to do that. And in your profession, Jim, you not only have a digital time, but you have the special kind of digital time too, like military time
Yep,
and
yep.
things like that. You got to know all that.
Well, even in this, when I first started doing radio, I had to actually take a test by the FCC, and I had to learn how to read meters. I mean, basically a very, very simple test.
Sure.
But they don't even have meters anymore. They do, but they're digital.
They're all digital,
So it's easy. I mean, it was really easy to just read that needle.
and you can get them now where they talk to you. You push a button, it tells you.
Oh my!
Oh, yes.
It just talks to you.
I think we have one here, as a matter of fact. All right, let's go to the phone.
All right.
Good morning. You're on the air with Jim George.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Yeah, I was just thinking it would sound kind of funny to down north and up south.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would sound. Yeah, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Say the reason I called George, I was this morning. I'm warming up a cup of coffee in my microwave, and I always wondered why are those screens on that glass door that you can see in there? But is that if that screen wasn't there, would you be harmed by something, or what's the deal on that?
Yeah, you mean the microwave beams that are inside the unit with the doors closed?
The screen that's on the door.
Yeah, it's a special screen. It bounces back. It's not a normal glass. In other words, it's clear, so you can see through it, but it's not a normal glass. Yeah, a normal glass would actually you can polarize glass and you can non-polarize glass, and this is a polarized glass, so it reflects back.
If that screen wasn't on there, would those microwaves come through there and
yes.
harm somebody that was looking in there?
Exactly. They have a seal around the door. You've probably heard that if the seal is leaking, you can get burned. You can get your
Really?
eyes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, there's a seal around the door. So everything, that chamber has to be sealed. And that glass
it's
is
probably
special.
best to stand back when you're cooking something in there, I guess, huh?
Well, you can, but I mean, most of that, they actually make little detectors. You can buy them at probably anywhere.
Yeah.
It's two little wires, and at the end of it is a light. And this is used
Oh.
and what you do is you just hold the two wires in your hands, they're insulated, and you just hold up this light, and if it glows, then your door is leaking.
Oh,
my
really?
God.
My.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's probably
It was-
maybe a $3 item.
Yeah. But it's probably wise to maybe just double check it, and especially my mother-in-law's, because she had probably one of the first microwaves that was invented
Oh, wow.
about 20 years ago, and it's still
Yeah,
working.
that seal is leaking by now, sure.
We got one right in the back here.
Thanks for the advice. I'm going to get that and check that out for her. Yeah,
You got
thank
it.
you.
You're welcome. Yeah, microwave
Thank you.
detector, a little light.
All right, we'll take a little break and we'll be right back. If you want to call in, you're invited to do that. The number is 622-9622. Jim George continues on the other side of the break.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. A sunny, pleasant day today with low humidity. The high 68 to 72. Clear to partly cloudy Friday night with a low of 47 and the coolest inland spots 53 along the coast. Saturday will be sunny and warmer, high 76 to 80. Sunday, mostly sunny and warm, high 79 to 83. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
On this episode of What Not to Do, brought to you by
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it. Why is there a mariachi band in... Wait, are you digging up the yard again?
It's not what it looks like.
Oh, really? Because it looks like you're tearing up my yard right over the septic tank.
Okay, so maybe it's a little bit what it looks like. See, what happened was...
Wait, let me guess. The septic is backing up and you thought you were Fix-It Guy again and would take it upon yourself and dig up my yard?
That's Mr. Fix-It Guy.
Uh-huh. What did we say the new rule was?
No eBay when you're not home.
Well, yes, but not that one. If water runs through it...
I know, they do it. But this is septic.
Yes, Mike Scott Plumbing does septic.
I knew that.
866-314-4443.
I know. 866-314-4443. Got it.
And what's with the mariachi band?
You didn't say anything about Amazon. On next week's episode of What Not to Do.
Come on, an elephant?
Don't get caught without your daily source of senior deals. Pick up your copy of the Senior Voice newspaper. It's your source for schedule and events tailored to seniors, with information you need, like a list of free events in the area. We even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company to you that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about them. For more information, call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223. And pick up your copy of the Senior's Voice at most any business up and down the 200 corridor.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
Cookies, 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 cookies. We go cookie eating cookies.
When you want something special and fun for any occasion, get cookies. King Cookie in the Paddock Mall in Ocala will make a delicious, fun-filled delight just for you. So next time you're in the mall, stop by King Cookie or call 352-237-2557. KingCookieOcala.com. Customized cookies, cakes, and more. King Cookie.
Eating cookies. We're so happy eating cookies. Cookies!
On the next AM Ocala Live, Jim George will be in the studio talking to us about technology.
Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery will be on, speaking about Valentine's Day.
And then Larry Watts and Carolyn Farrell Watts will be on the speaking about a novel based on historical accounts of a police narcotics scandal in 1953.
Ocala Magazine Radio with Kelly Hart.
And then Vanessa Lane Jennings on Legal Lane.
And a brand new show featuring Dr. David Kuhn from Trinity Healthcare Medical Center.
All of that plus Fun with Joe on the next AM Ocala Live. All right, 22 minutes after 9 o'clock. Jim George is here, our professor of gadgetry. And Jim, we do have a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim.
Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, Doug.
And I just want to mention what Larry said about Amelia Earhart. She got lost in time because of the Devil's Triangle.
Oh, Amelia Earhart. Okay.
Oh, Amelia Earhart. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, anyway, I just wanted to find out from Jim about, is it possible I can hook up, like, another table thing with, to the TV, or not, try to, broadcast with the radio on the same antenna.
All right.
Are you asking, can you use your antenna that you have on your house not only to receive signals, but to broadcast signals?
Yeah.
Normally, the answer would be yes, you can. But your antenna has a preamp built into it, which would stop that. It's one direction only. It's amplifying the signal down to your TV. If you did not have a preamp, you could, the same antenna that receives would be the same antenna that would transmit. But I will let you know it's against the FCC to do that, and they would find you and shut you down. So you have to have a license and a frequency.
I thought I need to get a second one.
You might be able to. All right. Thank you, Doug.
Thank you, Doug. Yeah, the police will be at your door.
Yeah, they
Look,
will.
the FCC. I mean, you don't know they're there, and then all of a sudden they're there.
They have a truck.
Yeah. all of a sudden they are
Big
there. Yeah.
And they monitor every kind of frequency there is. All they need is one complaint from one neighbor that they're seeing something in the background of their TV, and they think it's coming from their park or something like. And the FCC will be there.
It's even in a legal radio, because I worked for an FM. It was WMFQ when we were sister stations.
Yeah.
And when they first started broadcasting, they had a tower, I think, down in Bellevue, I believe. And the engineer from the radio station had to go install filters. I think I may have told you this before. For everybody who complained, because that was the rule. If somebody complains, your job is to put a filter in for that house.
Yes.
So.
Yep. Got to stop the interference.
I wonder how many people had the problem and didn't even call, and they just lived with the fuzzy.
The old cell phones on the back of them said intrinsically safe. That means for all practical purposes, this is a safe device. But if you go to get gas at a pump, what's it say about your cell phone? You cannot operate a cell phone near the gas tank.
Yeah.
All right. And yet it's intrinsically safe,
Intrinsically.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's how it was with those shortwave radios too. Sometimes that they would disrupt the TV signal and things like that.
Signals will talk to themselves, and they'll talk to themselves in multiples. We call it harmonics. So that whatever frequency, let's just say 60 cycles, you can see a little bit at 30, which is half of the oscillation, and you can see some of it at 120. So it oscillates in halves and in doubles. And so if something was on a certain frequency, you're not on that frequency, but your oscillator is, if you double it, is interfering with theirs. So you have to put a filter to keep that oscillation down. Yeah, it's kind of technical, but the bottom line is anything can interfere with anything, literally.
The interesting thing about technology is that whoever develops, and I started off the show asking you about the next best thing. Is it really always the next best thing? And I guess we kind of concluded it might be and it might not be. I guess that's the conclusion. Yeah. But whoever decides that this would be better than that, and let's make the new one like this, I think what they're trying to do is make it not only better but easier. So that, for example, the early days of the computer, you had to put in the the C:// Remember all that stuff you had to put in there?
Yeah, an address.
And then Windows came around, and it really made everything better.
Right.
Now
when you type in google.com, it knows what its IP address is, and it goes to it. You're right. But in the old days, you had to put colons, / and
you had to know the codes.
You had to know everything. Yep. So technology has improved, to a lot of extent. But you got to be careful what you type in. I mean, just someday of your own, just type in, if you have a Google or even an Internet Explorer, just type in backrub.com. I mean, anything, and see where it takes you. And you'll be very surprised the names of certain websites. They're not what you think they are.
Backrub. Okay, I'm still looking at the twinkle in your eye. There's something.
No, I don't even know if there's one.
Okay. Let me look. No. Oh, you want me to look? Okay, I'll look.
I'm just saying.
Backrub.com. Hold on. Backrub.
I have no idea.
.com. Let's see what it is. It's like I guess. I'm teasing. No, it just shows somebody having a back rub.
Yeah. So I mean, but you never know what they're not always what they say they are. Like whitehouse.com. You do not want to go to whitehouse.com.
Exactly.
I don't want to go?
No, it's an X-rated site.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Are you sure?
Yep, it's got to be whitehouse.gov.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, .com. Let me see what it is. Well, Russian and Ukraine ladies. Oh.
There you go.
Well, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Well.
Find used cars for sale. 3 signs of a fatty liver. This has got everything on it. Marry a Russian beauty. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Does the temperature affect what you do, the signals?
Yeah, so when it gets cool, or if the inversion layer, that's where the ionosphere and the stratosphere start to have curvature to them because of moisture and that kind of thing, then the signal doesn't necessarily go through it. It reflects off of it. So a person in Tampa, for instance, is being interfered by your channel. So your WOCA 1370 is interfering with a guy hundreds of miles away. So I think Larry remembers, I lived in West Palm Beach, and I listened to WABC New York every night I would just
I
turn
used
to
to
that
love doing that.
8:50 a.m. or whatever it was, and I would just listen to it.
Back when they were music, or after they
back
turned?
when they were music.
Yeah, me too. Used
And
to love it.
because the inversion layer at night would get cool and condensed.
WLS out of Chicago, also, right?
Yep, you could sit there and listen to them. And yet, look how far away. In the daytime, you couldn't get nothing but static.
Right. Always fun. I love this kind of talk.
Chick-fil-A, all right.
How do we call you, Jim? What's your number?
854-9795.
Have a great weekend.
Oh, thank you.
It's
That's
gonna
a lot of sandwiches
It's gonna be
going
beautiful.
that
That's a
way.
lot of sandwiches.
Nice.
We need to hijack a Chick-fil-A truck.
There you go.
All right. Jim said that, not me. We're not going to hide. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. President Trump promising to